take the yin-yang and flip it over to here in this kind of an oval lens, has all of this passing through it. In other words, me as a you, as a me, as a pranic lens, have all of that, and it's not three-dimensional. So don't think that it like comes through my back and out my front. You know, it like comes from within and radiates out and reflects back. I mean, it's so multidimensional that we're not even going to go there. That's like a brain craze. My lens reflects off of you and back to me. Reflects off these walls in this building, reflects off the idea that there is this building, reflects off the idea that I came to this building, reflects off my wife, my children, my parents, who are both out of their body, but I still reflect off of them. And all of that comes back to me. Do I see you, do I see them, or do I see my idea of them and my idea of you? That depends on how clean and how clear my lens is. Because if I am seeing you as an idea of you as opposed to the fact that you are you as you are, then I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing my idea of you. Let's take a story of the Buddha. The Buddha traveled all over India, and at a certain period of time, the Buddha was living for a particular amount of time in the state of Bengal. Now, the state of Bengal is known for what? Kevin? Why do you think I asked you? Kevin wants to take care of animals throughout his life. Tigers. Right. Bengal tigers, known as the most ferocious of all tigers. Now, if I'm in the presence of a Bengal tiger, and I'm filled with stories of the ferociousness and the man-eatingness of a Bengal tiger, am I going to see the Bengal tiger, or am I going to see my idea of the Bengal tiger? I'm going to see my idea of the Bengal tiger. What is that going to transmit from me? Fear. And what does an animal do when it's afraid? It attacks or runs. So that tiger now is on alert, because with my fear, it doesn't know if I'm going to attack or run, correct? It knows that it can take me down, so it says, I don't want to figure this out, I'm just going to take Guru Singh down. But what if I'm in the presence of that Bengal tiger and I have a completely clear lens? So what I am projecting, what is projecting off of me through my pranic lens and off the mirror of that tiger is a complete state of neutrality. I am just seeing the exquisite nature of that tiger. The nature of the colors, iridescent in the sun, the massive, the incredible, beautiful teeth, rather than, oh my God, look at those teeth, they could tear me apart. The beautiful nature of those teeth. Now, is the tiger afraid of me or going, hey, this guy really digs me? This guy really digs me. And so the Bengal tiger, in that complete state of neutrality, can approach me because I am the Bengal tiger. The Bengal tiger is me. I'm not going to bite off my own arm, even if I'm a Bengal tiger. And we are there in this exquisite state because me being human, I'm actually psychically more powerful than that Bengal tiger. And so my complete lack of fear, my complete and total lack of fear is the dominant state in the moment. Now, this is not how your friend goes into the cage with the tigers. Your friend goes into the cage with the tigers with an alpha nature. An alpha nature is much different than a neutral nature. An alpha nature is that the tiger feels dominated. A neutral state is that the tiger doesn't feel anything. except a total state of the prana, which the life force the tiger has as well as I have, and what is existing in prana is ease, joy, knowing, and liberation. So we're both in that state of prana. So how does your life unfold? What causes your life to unfold the way it is? Each life is an equation. And what your equation is equal to what you have to master in this life. All of the circumstances, the situations, the people, places, and things that you encounter are all part of your equation in this life. The good, the wonderful, the bad, and the ugly. Did you ever notice that the good, the bad, and the ugly is 2/3 bad and 1/3 good? Good, bad, and ugly. Good has not a fair chance there, do they? So you have to say good, wonderful, or good, beautiful, or good, outstanding, bad, and ugly. Now you got a 50-50 deal, because that's the way it is. The yin and the yang, as you would say. So how do all these things actually come? Tomorrow is not waiting for today to get out of the way. All we're doing here is we are actually assembling in a massively more complex way than you could ever conceive of. And this is why there's this thing called God, because yogis and mystics and saints and sages throughout time realized that this thing is so complex and so immaculate that whatever produced it is a way, 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 way beyond anything imaginable, and they refer to it in forms of the supreme consciousness or the universal consciousness or God or whatever. And then religions came along and they started to brand that. They said it's a white guy with a long beard. The matriarchal religion says, no, it's a white woman or a woman of color, and she's like this, and others said, no, it's the sun. And they all had a brand for it, right? I mean, you go to the store and you want to buy some thing, and there's like 5 different choices. Try to buy jalapenos, it's this brand, it says it's the best. This brand, it says it's the best. This brand says it's got a patented routine that they've grown in the ground for centuries. You go, all I wanted was a hot pepper. I didn't need a brand. So God under religion becomes a brand, not a reality. It's not a problem. Buy whatever brand of jalapenos you want. Use whatever brand of God makes it work for you. It's not to be argued about. It's not to be diminished. It's good what it is. But that supreme consciousness is part of it, holds the equation. And you come in like our granddaughter Narayankar came in, to this vessel, and this vessel now has the programming in its sensory system to display for you your lessons. And your sensory system is operating differently than my sensory system, but being that we're all in this room, we're all working on it through the asanas, the postures, the kriyas, the pranayams, the mantras, etc., through our practice, to make actually ultimately all of our equations will be identical. We'll all be completely clear and enlightened. That's an incredible state. And as we enlighten ourselves individually, we inspire others to become that, because it's such an exquisite state to be in. Has no brand. So how my lens, speaking personally, is assembled in this moment is all of the pieces that have occurred in what we would refer to as a time. Some of the pieces that I'm viewing in you right now come from my equation of 20 million years ago. 2 billion years ago. And they're all accumulating in one moment in which I am viewing my surroundings. 10,000 years ago, 100 years ago, 2 years ago. The ones that occur in the chronology of this life are less potent than the ones that occur in the cosmology of my incarnations and are less potent. The cosmology is the most potent, but the dominant force is my genealogy, which is controlling the sensory system through which I'm perceiving. So my ancestors are controlling a little more than my incarnations, but I can shift that through my yoga. But most people are all caught up in their chronology, which is basically the made-up story of their life. So in each moment, we encounter each other. Now, according to the way things are, I'm not actually seeing you, I'm using you as a reflective mirror. And the clearer the lens and the mirror are,